Alright guys, bringing something about retro today. We're actually bringing you Pro Evolution Soccer 2008. This game was actually like, well, it wasn't my first football game on consoles. Well, it was the first one I bought myself and I owned myself. The rest was my brother's, but I played them. This was my first ever online football game. And I know, Pro Evolution, gets a lot of hate and things, but I just kind of felt like going a bit retro. I was on Xbox yesterday and I was going to jump on FIFA and I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick Pro Evolution Soccer 2008 in there. I tried to go online, I tried to get some online matches, but I don't know, it didn't say the servers were shut, just as I couldn't find anyone, so either the servers were shut or else there was just literally nobody on that game. I'm surprised that. I thought there might have been one or two people, like I might have got matched up somehow, but I tried for a little while and I didn't find anyone, which was annoying, so this is a single player match. But yeah, guys, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Pro Evolution. I have always, I thought this was a good game. Now, a lot of people say that Pro Evolution went downhill from 2008. Some people say 2008 was a bad game, it was too arcadey, and it actually was going downhill from 2006 or 2007. Personally, as I said, Pro Evolution 08 was my first ever soccer game. So I just called football soccer. That was the first time I've ever called it soccer. I feel ashamed of myself right now. I'm gonna get some dislikes for that. If I put this on sports, I would get so much hate for that. The reason I called it soccer is probably because the game's called Pro Evolution Soccer. That's why I called it. But anyway, it was my first ever football game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Well, sorry, it was my first ever football game on the next gen console, and it was online, and I really enjoyed it. I remember picking it up in I think it was no, it was like Virgin Media or Zavi or something at the time. It's not a HMV store. I remember picking it up. I think it was on offer for 30 quid. And it was a really good game. And there was some really funny parts. There was like the teams, they didn't have the licensing, So some of you, I don't know if it probably is no Pro Evolution fans watching this because there isn't many of you out there. But any of you guys have thought that still buy and play the Pro Evolutions, tell me, do they have all the naming rights now? Because in this particular game, you have Man Red, Man Blue. You have Merseyside Red, Merseyside Blue, Pompey. The only Premier League teams that have their actual names and badges and kits, for that matter of fact, are Newcastle and Spurs. You're actually seeing Liverpool and Newcastle here. The Liverpool. It's also. I also like going back and playing old football games. Just to get a feel for the old teams at all again. It's kind of nostalgia seeing the old teams. Like this team was Arbeloa, Agar, Carragher. Who was in right back? Finnan. Was Riise in there? I don't know why Riise was in there. Who else did we have in this team? Xabi Alonso, Pennant, Gerrard, Couch still there, obviously. Torres. Torres looks nothing like him in this game. So we had quite a good team back then. And it's really fun just going back and playing it. And it is really weird. I can get why some people say it's really arcadey. It is quite arcadey. But it's fun. And a lot of people are going to be surprised it doesn't go hating on this. But I'm tempted to buy Pro Evolution Soccer 13. I really am. Like I'm still going to buy FIFA, obviously, but I really think that FIFA, or not FIFA, I really think that I really think that FIFA needs competition. I don't think it needs competition, but I would love for FIFA to have some sort of, real competition there. That they have both games, like almost like Call of Duty and Battlefield, even though I guess Call of Duty has no real competition on the same level. But I would like to see another football game come out by someone. It'd be nice to have a change. And but I haven't played Pro Evolution Soccer since 2008, so I don't know if it has went downhill big time or if people are just hating on Pro Evolution because it's Pro Evolution. But guys, anyway, we'll wrap this commentary up. First of all, tell me, what was your first ever football game on any console? What was your first ever online football game on any console? And what is your favorite football game ever? And what is your opinion on the PES series? Do they have all the naming rights yet? Do you think it's underrated? Do you think it gets hated too much? Or do you think it's just a bunch of FIFA fanboys that like to hate on it? Guys, I think this is a good game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm tempted to buy FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer 13. It's been Maxwell, going a bit nostalgia back in time. Tell me your favorite ever football game, your first ever football game, and your first ever online game. Guys, this has been Maxwell. Usual rate, comment, subscribe. See you all later. Alright guys, in case you missed it, I uploaded an episode of Real Football Talk. I was talking about a few things this episode. I was talking about Roy Hodgson getting England manager. I was talking about the Manchester Derby, Fernando Torres being back, Luis Suarez hat-trick, table, relegation fight, all that stuff. If you missed it, click on the screen.